Final feature poet of the first half, David Turner.
Right, so how's everyone doing? Huh?
We're good.
Hang on. Yeah, so fucking poetry, right? Right, so I'm going to start with a question for all of you, like a bit of early audience participation. I don't really know why I'm going to ask the question, because the answer is yes, right? I know, but it's in the bit, so I'll do it. Who of you lot, which is all of you, right? Hands up, who at home in their kitchen has one of those drawers, you know, where you keep all the shit you don't want anymore, but you can't bring this. Don't bother, because it's all of you anyway, right? So just keep your hands down. Right, so in that drawer you've got, there's that door key, right, to that place in Brick Lane you rented for 8 months, and you don't even go over that part of town anymore, do you? But, you know, what kind of person puts a key in a bin, you know? Some bin man finds it, unscrupulous bin man, he finds it and goes around and tests all the doors in London and finally gains entrance to that crack den you used to call home. And there's the pens, right? There's I don't know how many pens there are, there's more than 9. But you haven't managed to find the time to get round to testing them yet, and you're a writer, right? And you can't discard a pen without knowing if there's still words in it, right? You're not a monster, right? And there's those little square batteries. I mean, what a square battery is about, right? What's the deal with those? And they're for, obviously, the smoke detectors, I mean, that's what they're for, but your smoke detectors are wired to the mains, aren't they? And you don't even need square batteries anymore, do you? But they're, anyway. And at the back of the drawer, of course, the gas bills, and you've already paid, and receipts for stuff you don't even own anymore. But under all of that is that letter that he sent to her, the one that pierced the film of your reality. So the envelope, right, was originally sealed with a crudely drawn heart. This heart torn in two in the excitement of her curiosity. The paper flap of the envelope, the same distance between reality and fantasy. You accidentally found the letter one day whilst rooting through some boxes, and days were spent agonising as to whether you would read that letter, and years would be spent regretting never doing so. Like one of those 1950s public announcement videos about atomic bombs. The words explode from the cheap notepaper. Skin torn in ribbons from flesh carried on atomic wind. Flesh torn from bones. Organs blasted through ribcage around the spinal column. Skeleton joining the trail of carbon racing away from where that letter still hangs suspended. He wrote of everything they'd had and everything they'd shared. I mean, how could she found the time, and how had you not noticed? He talks of how she still his first breath in the morning and last thought at night, offers her the chance to join him in southern Italy. Confesses that he still dreams of the day when the first rays of the morning sun will kiss both their bodies at the same time. You choke and fight for breath in shock and disbelief, and are reminded of that time leaning in to kiss her neck. You breathed in and nearly swallowed some of her hair. Secretly, you hoped the rest of her would follow. Desperately, you wanted every part of her entwined with every part of you. And as the only physical relic of the relationship, you keep the letter. No matter how painful, it has to be better than the vacuum that she left behind.
At least this feels like something.